Before Steve left for his piss break,
Right. The question.
one more question. I was gonna ask, have you guys found that people treat you differently now once you've mentioned that you work on cruise ships, just because of the media attention that we've all gotten?
Do you know what?
Hmm.
I was talking to the neighbours here, because where I am is my cousin's house, because he's in France and he has an empty house. So I got to stay here, which is fantastic because my parents are sort of at risk and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, so what's the parents the other day? The neighbours the other day. And I mentioned it to them and they reacted so well. They were like, oh my God, so glad you're home, all this. And I was in Tesco's a couple of weeks ago and the lady was saying, how was your day? And I was talking to him because some of the people working in these supermarkets have been getting a load of grief. And she was saying that people have got violent with them because they don't have certain things in stock. Because people are idiots generally. And I said to her, and I was working on a cruise ship and I got home, which is the good thing. And she went, oh, I'm so glad you got home. It seems to be positive for me.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, although the people I'm talking to are the people who are nice people, I haven't bumped into an asshole in that situation. It's not like the guy picked me up at the airport in a taxi. I just got in a taxi like I would normally get in a taxi cab. And he was a really nice guy and he helped me with all my luggage, helped me into this Airbnb that I had for the first week. Yeah. But I'd imagine there seems to be a lot of negativity online that I see about certain things. I'm on guest groups on Facebook for cruises and things. And some of the stuff on there is horrific. Like literally let them rot. Like people are saying,
What?
I want my refund because my cruise has been blah, 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 blah. That's what they're moaning about.
Oh,
And when
okay.
other people are sharing the stories about our friends that are stuck on the ship, so people are saying, well, I don't care about them. They're not part of our country. They shouldn't be here. They've brought disease to our land. And all this sort of, it's almost like bigoted, racist sort of attitude, but
Yeah.
to cruise ship people as if they become a specific hated race.
Right.
Like a label, I find that strange. Like I say, for me personally, it's been the opposite. But yeah, I don't know. In the States and Australia, I don't know if you guys have been finding the negativity to your face. I haven't. But...
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat, because like with you, because it's like, since I got home, man, like I tell people, everybody's like, oh man, like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm just getting home from, working on the cruise ship, and it's like, it's nothing but just like sympathy. Everybody's like, oh man, like, man, you got back home just in time. Like legit, when everything hit the fan, like everybody was like calling my mom, like, oh, thank Jesus, Johnny is back home, and oh, praise God. Like everybody's so happy, bro, like that I was home. And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm broke. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
but I can't, like I can't lie, like, I think we all definitely like dodged the bullet because some people, from what I heard, some people, they actually want to be on the ship right now.
Yeah.
And like away from all of this stuff. Yeah, even with the stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, is he on my left?
Who,
Yeah,
me?
that's perfect. That's
No,
me.
Steve.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
nailed it.
Well, to me, you're pointing to me. So I'm like, no, I'm happy to be home. So, but yeah, man, like you got some people who actually like they don't mind being stuck on the ship and they're just like, I'm gonna just thug it out. I'm gonna be all right. I got my ship family, so we're good. But yeah, like since I've been home, bro, like it's been nothing but love. Like people are like amazed and they're asking me questions. Everybody's like, man, like, how's your friends doing, like overseas and stuff like that. I'm always talking about you guys, but to add on to what you're saying about the whole people being like really, like crazy towards like people that are like stuck on ships. People fail to realize like, you know, like everybody's human, you know what I'm saying? Like these are like human lives. You know what I'm saying? Like these people have, they have families too. Like when you say stuff like, oh man, they can rot on there. I don't care, like I spent good money. It's like that's all they're thinking about is the money that they spent, So like it's a shame that like, that blinds you from realizing like, yo, we got human beings, bro. Like you could be in the same situation, stuck in the middle of the ocean, bro. You know what I'm saying? With the same people, and you're just like, only thing you're thinking about is, some money, that you just spent. It's crazy, bro. But,
To all our previous guests on cruise ships that know us and are listening to this, we don't mean you. You're wonderful.
Just
yeah,
the bad ones.
You're
The rest
great.
of y'all can get fucked.
Yeah. Here's that thing, though, man. When people complain about that stuff, I've seen people say, "No, I need this money because I needed this money. I need this money now. I need it now." It's like, hang on one second. Hang on one second. You need this money. You need this money. You need this money. You've already spent the money, man.
You're a
You spent it.
cruise.
You booked a cruise, man. You booked it. That money was gone.
We
And when
need
you
this
went on
money.
the cruise, you
We
would have
need
spent
this.
another $1,000, $2,000 on alcohol, and you would have spent this and spent this on excursions
Exactly.
and the flights or whatever. You know, I mean, that might be included, whatever. But you know, all this different stuff.
Yeah.
And now you need it. And now I understand certain situations, certain people who can't get the help they need at this time. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. But this company, I know people have been laid off recently from the media department. They've just been laid off and stuff. It's hitting every single person in every single area.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
See,
this big company, you know, a big company is a name, and there are certain people at the top who are pretty much untouchable. But everybody after that, they're just trying their goddamn best, and they've got family at home, and they're stopped, and they're, you know, it's not like everyone's like, well, just press a button, just send me the money. It's like, no, it's got to go through 15 different things because they have to go through a bank.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go through this person. The money's already been sent to one place, and that's been sent to that place, and you know, it's not simple. And
Yeah.
I'm sure the vast majority of people understand that, so they don't speak because they understand it. But it's the negative people that tend to write their feelings online. That's why online's everything's so opposing. That's why everything is so one way or the other, because people are generally down the middle and think about stuff in a regular way. They don't bother going online saying, "Hey, how you doing? I totally understand this. I'm very, very annoyed, but I do understand this." You don't. Nobody. Why would you do that? It's like you don't write a review on TripAdvisor. Yeah, that was pretty average. Everything was okay. I enjoyed the people. The food wasn't great. You don't do that. You say if you're really happy or if you're really pissed off.
Right.
So we only get extremes, I think, in media in general. But
well, it's nice to hear that. It's nice to hear that people are treating you guys nice. I mean, it's kind of died down now here in Australia, but like just after I got home, maybe for the first 2 weeks I was home,
mm-hmm.
that like the entire nation of Australia has been brutal on cruise ships. Brutal.
Dang.
Because
You're definitely more tied to it than we are, though. You're really tied to cruise ships. As in Sydney and people coming Ruby Princess or whatever it was.
It's all,
yeah.
It was the Ruby Princess. Yeah, it's all everything was tied to that because a huge percentage, like maybe 10%, I think, of all cases at one point could be traced back to that one cruise ship.
Wow. And so they're just pointing fingers, you know.
Well, they point fingers at people like us.
Exactly.
But it's not our fault that people were on the boat with the virus.
Right.
I mean, they had to get to Sydney to get on the boat somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
they had to get led through customs to get on the boat.
Yeah. In fact, did you guys get tested in the airports? I know you flew internally, Grant, but like,
no,
I got. There was a temperature check flying into. Did I fly into Qatar this time? I think when I flew into Doha in Qatar, there's a temperature check. When I flew into Manchester, there was zero, and nothing in England. There is no temperature check. There is nothing. You come off a flight from Beijing or whatever the hell. You fly in, you get off, you walk straight through. I flew from the Qatar straight through. Nothing. Nothing. I know it doesn't help a great deal, but if somebody has a big temperature, at least that one person could be taken aside, and then you could trace the other people from the flight. There's zero. Yeah. So you know, people on a flight, 300 people meet 300 people, and oh god,
yeah,
it's crazy.
But you got to remember as well, when you and me left the boat, it was 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 weeks ago, like once I was already home, they raised the alarm a lot more.
Yeah.
It was just kind of starting to get bad when we left. And then it got worse and it got worse. And now, at least in Australia, now it's getting much, much better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like where I am, I don't think we've had 0 cases in over 2 weeks, which is lovely. Like,
yeah, man.
But you know, I don't know what airports and that are like now, but I know, yeah, when I left, we just walked up, complained a lot about luggage, and then eventually kind of got my way.
Man, you guys had our beloved Tom Hanks over there, man. You know, he caught the virus, bro.
It was really just a ploy for us to keep Tom Hanks in Australia.
That's what I thought too. I was like, man, they just trying to keep him. I was like, Tom Hanks ain't really sick. They better.
We're
And
gonna
in my
yeah.
mind, yo, like legit, like in my mind when I found out, I was like, Tom Hanks better not die. If he dies, I'm
Mate,
oh,
Can you imagine what would have
oh,
happened if like if
oh,
Tom Hanks got succumbed to it? You know,
bro.
that would have
If
been
Tom Hanks died, bro, America would have been livid, son.
the world would have stopped.
mate,
It would have been a war, son.
Oh,
who
Tom
and then
like
Hanks,
Tom Hanks?
oh, what, you're gonna blame us? It's our fault.
all right. I'm telling you, man, that's the man, bro. You know, that's the man.
Do you know, I think that was one of the first times when it sort of hit people
Mm-hmm.
that there are no like boundaries to this sort of thing. Like some people
Yeah.
think, you know, especially the conspiracy theorists about, oh, that's a different subject about being manufactured and all
Well,
that stuff. But
virus is as virus does.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, all this, but like Tom Hanks getting like a celebrity, all the money in the world, can be safe, or the best care in the world, doesn't matter.
He caught it. Right.
Dude, DJ Jazzy Jeff got it.
Right.
Did he?
Yeah, he talks about it. Yeah,
DJ Jazzy
yeah,
Jeff got
I
real
didn't
bad.
know.
yeah.
And like Tom Hanks just was all right. He just went,
Yeah.
I feel fine. DJ Jazzy Jeff like got real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff said like he was throwing up. He wasn't eating for like 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. And then he said like when he tried to eat, like he lost like all taste,
Yeah, yeah.
like all sense of taste, sense of smell.
That's not a big
Didn't
Simpson now, yeah.
yeah, didn't he say like his wife got it too or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, she would have had to.
Right, you know, yeah. Like he mentioned that because him and Will Smith did like the little, like jam, like
Oh man, and they
yeah,
did
via webcam.
and they did the brand new funk.
Yeah,
That is the Fresh Prince jam, man.
yeah. They killed it, man. They did their thing.